Thank you, you, the Secretary. Honorable Lady Justice Agnes Murgor, who is representing the Chief Justice, your team, Richard Mongo, Justice Mongo, the entire team that is here, Director, Kenya School of Government. Let me take this opportunity to first of all say that I'm very excited to see the judiciary team that is here, who have been part and parcel in stewarding this process up to this level. I was told that I'm the third PS who is coming in to handle this. So the biggest problem was I was wondering whether I'll really be as useful to this process, just like my colleagues. But I must say that if you looking at the representation this morning and the history of this program, Hesabika, plus the leadership that is here, I must admit that I'm challenged. I'm challenged to do better than probably what my colleagues would have done, or do exactly what they would have done. So let me say, Honorable Lady Agnes Murgor, the team, and your team from the judiciary, that we are gathered here for the official beginning of this partnership. It's an initiative that is anchored in our patriotic responsibility to contribute to the common good of our country, particularly as Hesabika have identified in their vision of translating concern into action. And everybody say that youth is a problem. We all say in our families, in our households, in our rural areas, rural settings, we always say that the biggest problem we have now are the youth. But I'm happy that this program look at it as a solution in terms of mentoring and building capacity of youth to take up leadership positions in whatever sphere they are going to work in. I did discuss this with the chairperson of the Sabika, and we did agree that as a Ministry of Youth Affairs, we would take up this program, especially because the intention is exactly in line with the mandate of the Ministry of Youth Affairs. And the biggest challenge today we have is affording opportunity for young people to be able to learn, to orientate themselves to the working culture, right attitude, right, the right energy, right cultural values, or the value systems that guide public service. And anytime we have an opportunity like this one, I must say that we get quite excited as a ministry. And that is the reason why I like what the Secretary was saying, that the problem is not the numbers. 20 is not a small number. The enormity of the value that we're going to get from this one is enough to have the team that is represented here officiate this session. And we are glad as a ministry to be part and parcel of this, this program. As a ministry, we have the Youth Development Policy 2019, which underscores the need to nurture a value-driven, moral, ethical generation of patriotic youth with a heart for volunteerism and transformative leadership. Furthermore, the aspiration of this internship program is integral to the overall aim of the Public Service Strategic Plan 2019-2024 to realize its key result areas. The key result areas is efficient service delivery, ethical and value-based public service, and enhancing the capacity to deliver on its mandate. In this regard, the State Department for Youth Affairs recognizes Hesabika as a valuable partner in delivering its mandate of the National Youth Development Agenda. Distinguished guests, Kenya is experiencing a youth bulge. The problem of youth unemployability continues to hold back the country's transformation into an economically prosperous nation where no one is left behind, to ensure that there is greater inclusivity of the youth in all the aspects of development. While other socioeconomic factors are at play, part of this challenge is lack of interventions by all players and that provide a holistic preparation of the youth for opportunities in public sector. And I would like to say, Professor Ludeki Chwea, what you've been doing at the Kenya School of Government is quite exciting, because I know that you've taken on board quite a big chunk of curriculum development, specifically targeting different areas. I know that we are supposed to start a program on diploma in youth affairs. This looks like, somebody was telling me, we'll take such a course. I think it's an area that we really have to put a lot of focus, because the management of youth affairs, to develop that particular that segment of society requires sufficient capacity in terms of skills by those who manage that particular aspect. And that's why you see, like, my Secretary of Youth Affairs is always a youth. And even if it's not just at heart, but even if you look at him, he is always a youth. The other day I was asking myself, maybe he must be, he must be below the age I thought, but I'm sure with that kind of skill that he has developed, I don't think anybody actually, professor, will do what he can do. And that's why I think for PSS, they'll find it easier working there when you have such capacity. So I think we need sufficient skills and knowledge to be able to do that. We, as a ministry, are very excited. This is a small cohort of 20 young men and women who constitute the pace setters of this program, of the governance internship program. It represents a very big milestone on our part, and they hold the promise of great possibilities in the future, beginning with the internship that ran from April 2021 to January 2022. Through these and subsequent cohorts, I believe that the SABICA can make significant contribution towards the realization of the State Department to harness and develop the youth talent for national development, granted through the Executive Order number 1 of 2018. Furthermore, the GIPRO will complement the existing public service internship program, which are run by the Public Service Commission of Kenya, by modeling a well-rounded approach to internships and enhancing the realization of the Public Service Commission strategic plan for 2019-2024. Particularly, the State Department of Youth stands to benefit a lot from this partnership with SABICA along the following 4 priority policy areas. One is institutionalizing and strengthening apprenticeship and internship program, which we are already running with the World Bank under Kenya Youth Employment and Opportunities Program. Creativity, talent, identification, and innovation development. Third, entrenching positive morals, moral values, patriotism, voluntarism for transformative leadership. Fourth, supporting effective civic participation and representation. Since it's our intention to broaden the partnership with the Public Service Commission, I believe that when implemented at a scale, the GIPRO will create a pipeline for ethical public servants and leaders who will significantly contribute to the realization of the public service strategy of the revitalization of this program. I look at it that in the end we'll have 2 result areas. One is efficient public service delivery, and the second one is ethical and value-based public service. This is a challenge to us in government. Today, everybody, I'm sure most of you will get a request from young people, please give us an opportunity for internship. Please give us an opportunity for casual work. And I'm sure, Professor, you get quite a lot of this because the Kenya School of Government has that opportunity. But I think it's going to be a major challenge. We may not never satisfy the demand for mentorship or for mentorship or for affording young people of opportunity to be mentored in public service. But every opportunity must be explored. And we're looking at a situation where in the end, we might also go outside the public service. For example, young people who study agriculture can be attached to private farms. I'm sure most of you have farms, but the people you pick are just people to look after it the way it is. But you have professionals in agriculture who have no jobs. So if they can be attached through a structured program where we do proper identification and setting standards and norms for that community internship, this is an area that we'll be happy to partner with you to be able to provide opportunity for young people. And I think this program today is one of those areas that will provide an opportunity for us to think through what other programs can we come up with. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we ratify this partnership today, moving forward, we will work with Hesabika to do the following. We'll jointly profile the skills, competencies, and talents of the GPRO interns for purposes of attachment. Develop a role description for the interns for the duration of the internship. Third, we'll jointly establish a performance evaluation framework that includes awarding and certification of innovation and contribution. Fifth, to provide support for safeguarding the copyright and patents on innovation made by the GPRO's interns. Jointly develop a review mechanism for the mentorship program. Participate in identifying suitable mentors for the GPRO interns. This is a major challenge. Jointly explore options for sustainability through joint funding initiatives and expanding the scope beyond the State Department of Youth Affairs. As we conclude this, I would like to advise the GPRO interns this, that as they begin their internship experience, I want to challenge you to make sure that you come out different. You come out different, learn the right attitude in the places where you're going to work, understand make sure that you have social health in the place that you work in. And I always tell people that for young people, it's always important that you look at 4 things. One is that anytime you have an opportunity to build your capacity, strengthen your physical health, strengthen your social health, and also strengthen your spiritual health. That is very, very important. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end there, and again, really, really appreciate the presence of Honorable Lady Justice Agnes Murgo, representing the Chief Justice, Acting Chief Justice in this program. As a ministry, we don't take it for granted. We are very, very happy to have you. And as the Secretary said, it's not always easy to have judges. I've personally never sat in a place where you have more than one, at least not, not outside the court. And an old man one time told me that if you want to learn how to survive in the world, when you're free, go to court, just listen to the court cases. The second thing you do, just go to the police station, see someone who has been arrested. Make sure that you go to a critically ill person in hospital. Just see how. Then he said that then you'll be a very strong person, and you can be able to take leadership. So today, I can assure you I'm a very strong person. And probably that's why my stammering usually, which when I begin a speech, was a little stronger today because of the presence of the judges. But I think now I'm daring. I think we're going to enjoy this session. And thank you very much.